This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, you're watching Pulse of Africa. I'm Jalani Tasfaye for the main news. First, our top stories for today. Ethiopian Finance State Minister meets U.S. trade official. African Union reinstates Gabon's membership. Libyan Prime Minister orders closure of 25 diplomatic missions. Nigeria commits to inclusive global order through BRICS. Now, the news in detail. Ethiopian Finance State Minister Eyob Tekaling met with U.S. trade official Neil J. Beck during the 2025 IMF World Bank Spring meetings to discuss Ethiopia's bid to join the World Trade Organization. Eyob reaffirmed Ethiopia's goal of completing WTO accession by March 2026. Beck praised the country's progress and expressed strong U.S. support for its integration into the global trade system. Both sides agreed to deepen collaboration as Ethiopia moves closer to WTO membership. The African Union's Peace and Security Council has officially reinstated Gabon as a member. This decision follows the PSC's assessment of Gabon's political transition, which it deemed generally successful. Consequently, all AU sanctions imposed after the August 2023 unconstitutional change of government have been lifted. Gabonese Foreign Minister Régis Onanga Ndiaye announced Gabon's return with pride from the AU headquarters in Addis Ababa. This reinstatement allows Gabon to fully participate in AU activities and major international meetings. Libyan Prime Minister Abdul Ahmed Dibaye on Wednesday ordered the closure of diplomatic missions abroad and a reduction in the number of Libyan diplomats as part of efforts to curb public spending. The decision will result in the closure of 25 embassies, consulates, and missions in places including the Vatican, Albania, Vietnam, and Seychelles, and merge them into Libyan missions in countries that include Italy, Malaysia, and Kenya. The decision also calls for the formation of a committee to reduce the number of diplomats and employees at Libyan missions abroad. Nigeria's Foreign Minister Yusuf Tugar has reaffirmed the country's commitment to a fairer, more inclusive global order through active engagement with BRICS. Speaking at the BRICS Foreign Ministers meeting in Brazil, Tugar highlighted Nigeria's support for reforming global institutions, backing South-South cooperation, and contributing in areas like peace, development, and AI governance. He emphasized Nigeria's strategic role and readiness to support the bloc's 2025 priorities under Brazil's leadership. In other news, the UN has issued a stark warning about Sudan's escalating catastrophe, marked by increasing famine and intense violence, particularly in North Darfur. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed his alarm over the situation in Al-Fashir, North Darfur's capital, which is under sustained attack following deadly assaults on displacement camps. This violence has led to mass displacement, with over 400,000 fleeing Zamzam camp alone and reports of harassment at choke points. Despite the dangers and limited resources, humanitarian agencies are striving to deliver critical aid, with food distributions beginning in areas like Tawila and even central Khartoum for the first time in 2 years. However, the UN cautions that the rainy season and funding shortages threaten to undermine these crucial efforts in a crisis that has already displaced millions and left over half the population facing severe food insecurity. The United States and Ukraine on Wednesday signed a minerals deal after a 2-month delay in what President Donald Trump's administration called a new form of U.S. commitment to Kyiv after the end of military aid. Ukraine said it secured key interests after protracted negotiations, including full sovereignty over its own rare earths, which are vital for new technologies and largely untapped. Trump had initially demanded rights to Ukraine's mineral wealth as compensation for the billions of dollars in U.S. weapons sent under former President Joe Biden. After initial hesitation, Ukraine has accepted mineral accord as a way to secure long-term investment by the United States as Trump tries to drastically scale back U.S. security commitments around the world.
Resurgent Ethiopia and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel, all the time. Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Turning to business news. Meta Platforms, the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, announced a strong first quarter for 2025, reporting total revenue of $42.3 billion, a 16% increase compared to the same period last year. The company's net income saw a significant 35% jump to $16.6 billion, with diluted earnings per share rising to 6.3%. Meta's daily active people across its platforms reached an average of 3.43 billion in March 2025, a 6% year-over-year growth. Looking ahead, Meta anticipates its full-year capital expenditures to be between $64 to $72 billion and expects second quarter revenue to fall within the $42.5 or $45.5 billion range. Founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg highlighted the strong start to the year and the progress made with AI glasses and Meta AI, which now boasts nearly 1 billion monthly active users. Finally, the Tanzania Petroleum Development Corporation has launched its 25-year strategic plan with oil and natural gas exploration among the top priorities. During the strategic plan's official launch, TPDC has been urged to accelerate the development of oil and natural gas exploration blocks, including Nazi Bay North, Iyasi Wambere, Songo Songo West, and the liquefied natural gas processing and liquefaction project to ensure reliable energy availability for both domestic use and international markets. The Deputy Prime Minister and Energy Minister, Dr. Dato Biteko, issued the directive today, April 30, 2025, in Dodoma during the official launch of TPDC's 25-year strategic plan. Before concluding, let us provide you with the latest updates on global commodities prices. Now to weather updates. That is all for today, and thank you for watching Pulse of Africa.
This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.